Hungry mothers, dirty wards and poor care. The head of a review into maternity care in England says what she's seen has been much worse than anticipated.
COVID support programmes created a golden opportunity for fraudsters, contributing to taxpayer losses of almost £11 billion. That's according to a major report due later.
A revolutionary new form of gene therapy has successfully treated patients with aggressive and previously incurable blood cancers. The first girl to be treated is still free of the disease, and she's going to be here with us on the sofa later.
Good morning. Illegal number plates, known as ghost plates, are putting road users at risk, and it's claimed even threatening national security. I'll be looking at what's being done to combat the criminals.
A police review into the Army's top spy in the IRA, known as Steak Knife, is to publish its final report later. The findings are likely to include new information on how the agent was recruited. Detectives from the investigation, called Operation Canova, have also been examining the extent to which the security forces colluded with a loyalist paramilitary group in the 1970s. The government has launched its branding for Great British Railways, marking a step forward in their plans to renationalise the railways. The Transport Secretary, who we'll talk to later, says that the patriotic design isn't just a paint job and that it represents a new railway which she says will deliver what she calls a proper public service. The design is expected to start appearing across Britain gradually from next spring. Millions of households could see their energy bills reduced from next year after the government published details of a consultation that could see a reduction in those standing charges. Emma's looking at this for us this morning. A lot of people have been waiting for this, Emma. Morning.
Yeah, and this is all about what's the fairest way to price things for customers. Good morning. A reminder, standing charges, they're that fixed daily charge that you pay no matter how much energy you use. It covers the cost to connect you to the gas and electricity network. And in most areas, that charge has doubled in the past few years. What you pay depends on where you live, and a typical household in England, Scotland and Wales will from January pay nearly 55 pence a day for electricity and just over 35 pence a day for gas. Now, the regulator, Ofgem, previously announced it would look into ways of changing standing charges after many customers said they were unfair on households that used less energy per month but still have to pay the same daily charge. Now, currently it's all linked to this, the Warm Home Discount Scheme. That's something that gives £150 off energy bills for some lower income households in winter. But the costs for that scheme, well, they're recovered via standing charges. Now the government is proposing to recover those costs instead through the unit prices for gas and electricity. And if that's approved, it would mean standing charges can go down. So if you use less, then you pay less. And some estimates show bills could go down by around £40 a year. Now, that consultation is open until January the 6th, so we should find out whether those standing charges are going to drop early next year.
Let's have a look at the Tuesday morning papers, shall we? The front pages at the Times, to start with, leading today with Sir Keir Starmer hosting the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and other senior European leaders at Downing Street yesterday. The paper says the Prime Minister believes that these negotiations to end the war have now reached a critical stage.
The Daily Mail's front page reports on a speech by the head of the Royal Navy in which the paper claims he criticised the Chancellor Rachel Reeves for failing to put enough money into defence. The Mail says the First Sea Lord urged her to match the cash being spent by Britain's enemies.
Front page of the Daily Mirror, leading with what it calls the unbreakable bond forged between the parents of the Southport attack victims, as it reports on a special BBC documentary called Our Girls, the Southport Families, which you can watch on BBC One tonight at 8 o'clock and also on the iPlayer.
The paper goes on to say that the families have offered each other comfort in the face of impossible grief. And you might have seen the families talking here on the programme yesterday. Really powerful documentary on air tonight.
In the last hour, the Ministry of Defence has announced a member of the British Armed Forces has died in an accident in Ukraine. With flu cases at record levels for this time of year, some schools are bringing back COVID-like measures to stop the spread. Almost £11 billion of taxpayers' money lost to fraud and error in COVID support schemes is unlikely to be recovered, says a new report. And a world first, as the social media ban for under-16s begins in Australia. Will it improve children's lives? Now, trains are going to be painted red, white and blue as part of the government's plans to nationalise the railways. This is what they will look like, Great British Railways. The new branding was unveiled today. It'll be rolled out to trains, stations and websites next spring, and it includes the double arrow logo that was previously used on the old-style British Rail 125s.
Unacceptable care leading to tragic consequences. A scathing review into the state of maternity services in England. But why is the NHS still struggling to provide safe maternity care across the country?
I was vulnerable. I had nobody there with me, and the people that were supposed to be protecting me had not only let me down, but was causing me harm.
ITV Weather presenter Ruth Dodsworth is awarded an OBE for her services to victims and survivors of domestic abuse.
Today is all about showing that out of something so awful, life can turn around and can be good, and good things do happen. So it is worth getting out and fighting for that life. It really is.
Plus, the house-trained baby reindeer who thinks he's a dog.
And as Storm Bram continues to bring unsettled weather to the UK, how will it progress in the next 24 hours?